Federal government fumes over murder of hunters traveling, directs manhunt for killers in Edo State. Federal government sets up committee on national dialogue to address power shortages, disrupting optimal delivery in public healthcare facilities. And correspondence tells us how governments will leverage drone technology in enhancing aviation safety. Hello and thanks for joining us on the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. We're live in Abuja. I am Dennis Adigunloye. President Bola Tinubu has condemned the murder of traveling hunters intercepted by local vigilantes in the Urumi community of Esan North local government area of Edo State. The president, in a statement, expressed shock at the dastardly act and directed police and other security agencies to conduct swift and thorough investigations and punish the suspects. President Tinubu commiserates with the families of the affected victims and assures them that criminals will not be allowed to shed the blood of innocent Nigerians in vain. The president noted that jungle justice has no place in Nigeria and all Nigerians have the freedom to move freely in any part of the country. He commended the Edo State Governor, Monday Okpegbolu, and community leaders in Urumi for their swift response to avert an escalation of tensions. And the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, has asked the security agencies to fish out and prosecute the killers of the 16 traveling hunters in Urumi, Edo State, as directed by President Bola Tinubu. The Speaker, who expressed profound sorrow over the tragic killings, condemned the incidents as barbaric, cowardly, and unacceptable. While investigations are underway, Speaker Abbas urged calm and restraint among those affected and extends condolences to the families of the victims. Meanwhile, Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has also condemned the violent mob action against a group of travelers by a local vigilante group along the Urumi Road in Edo State. In response, the Edo State Police Command swiftly deployed operatives to restore law and order. So far, 14 suspects have been arrested, while a manhunt is ongoing for others involved. The IGP also directed the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of the Force Criminal Investigation Department, DIG Sadiq Abubakar, to take over the case and ensure a thorough, impartial and expeditious investigation. He reaffirmed the Nigeria Police Force commitment to upholding the rule of law and warned that extrajudicial actions would not be tolerated. The IGP urged citizens to remain calm and cooperate with investigators, emphasizing that all those found culpable will face the full weight of the law. The federal government has established an implementation committee for a national dialogue on power in the health sector. This initiative aims to address the unprecedented power crisis that has been disrupting the optimal delivery of health care services at public facilities, particularly at the tertiary level, for decades. Minister of State for Health, Dr. Isiaq Salako, who presided over the inauguration in Abuja, emphasized that Nigeria is steadily moving towards fully achieving universal healthcare coverage under the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. Olusheye Adebo reports.
After 6 months in the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare, Dr. Isiaq Salako, a public health physician and health activist, has used most part of the period visiting health institutions to receive first-hand information on Nigeria's health services and how citizens grapple with series of limitations in accessing the care they need.
I know hospitals that pay hundreds of millions of naira every month.
Top on the list of these challenges is the deficit in electricity provision huge energy cost and its effect on public health facilities, mostly the teaching hospitals. The federal government is set for a national dialogue on power in the health sector, and the first leg will be the inauguration of a committee with the task of bringing experts from the health and power sectors to develop and implementable plans.
The intention of government is to see how we can have a structured framework, a guideline that can be used for implementation of alternative energy, renewable energy in the health sector system. And if you look at our budget for this 2025, you see a lot of hospitals who wants to do alternative power, who wants to do this, who wants to do that. We need a guideline to help to ensure that in doing that, we obtain optimal advantage from it.
And I also use this opportunity to, on behalf of my colleagues, pledge our commitment to serve with all of our heart.
The pledge from the team leader comes with an optimism that the tasks assigned to them will be pragmatically carried out. In Abuja, Olusheye Adiagbo, NTA News.
And the federal government is advancing the integration of drone technology in the aviation industry to enhance safety, reduce costs, and pave way for a more sustainable future for the sector. The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, stated this during a one-day workshop for aviation stakeholders on NAVAID drone advancements in air navigation and safety. Aliu Kabir reports.
The Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development in a message says, air navigation and safety have always been the cornerstone of the aviation industry. To this regard, he explained that the need for cutting-edge drone technology has become imperative as air traffic continues to grow, hence the need for innovative, efficient and reliable solutions. Participants, including other African countries, are expected to use the opportunity to learn, collaborate, and envision the future of aerospace together.
Initially, we were contracting calibration out to other countries, but this administration has deemed it necessary to acquire its own equipment. So it's not that it took us long. This drone is a new initiative.
It's a complete integrated system. The idea is to bring the measurement device into the air in order to simulate somehow the signals like if it would be in an aircraft.
This new initiative or technology is not supposed to replace the aircraft testing of the NAVAIDs, but is to enhance the engineer's ability to always check from the ground that even without the aircraft, our signals that we are emanating from the system is usable by aircraft in order to mitigate any challenges that without this system will be posing.
The workshop is designed to provide players a deeper understanding of the challenges and opportunities in air navigation and how the integration of advanced drone technology is transforming the industry for a safe and secured operations. In Abuja, Aliu Kabir, NTA News.
Nigerian Institute of Public Relations has inducted 515 new members into the body with a charge for them to adhere to the bylaw of the institutes and best practices as public relations practitioners. Haman Jabani reports that the president and chairman governing council of the institute, Dr. Ike Niliaku, confirmed the new members.
After weighing all options, I'm excited to I hereby induct you.
The induction emphasized the critical role of public relations practitioners in shaping public perception, fostering transparency, and delivering ethical communication in both public and private sectors. The new inductees were charged to uphold the highest standard of professionalism, integrity, and accountability, reminding them that their work directly impacts national development and organizational credibility. serving as a call to action for the new professionals to contribute meaningfully to the profession while adhering to NIPR's Code of Ethics and best practices.
We believe that you cannot be a successful leader if you are not an effective communicator. So today you are being licensed to become effective communicators who will give Nigeria qualitative leadership.
Some of the new members say they will use their skills to positively influence public discourse, promote national unity, and uphold the integrity of the institute while taking advantage of the training programs, certifications, and mentorship opportunities to sharpen their expertise.
It's actually something a journalist is always looking forward to. And now that I have fully embraced this process, I feel a sense of responsibility, more sense of responsibility in my job, and I know this certification will take me a long way.
Earlier, Dr. Kenny Alaku and his team met with the Vice Chancellor, Nasarawa State University, Professor Saadatu Hassan Liman, seeking her support and partnership, most especially towards the development of the Institute's University of Public Relations and Leadership.
We are wishing you success in that endeavor and further assuring you that we will always be here for you people in order to help you set up the university and also the courses and any other thing that is needed to make a very good and wonderful institution of higher learning.
NIPR and the university agree on a more beneficial partnership for the good of the country and the PR profession. Hamman Jabani, NTA News.
This is the News Desk at 3 on NTA News 24. More reports after this break. Stay with us.
Celebrate Ramadan with Bafi and enjoy up to 40% off on selected products from living room, dining room, bedroom, and royal sets. Pay less, save more, and refresh your home for iftar gatherings and cherished moments with family and friends. Visit our showrooms in Abuja, Lagos, Kano, and Enugu, or shop online to enjoy our exclusive Ramadan sale. Let's make this Ramadan unforgettable.
I am Oluremi Tinubu, the global and national Stop TB champion. Many people have asked why I've chosen to champion the fight against a disease like tuberculosis. My reason stems from a deep personal experience. I once had a friend who unfortunately fell ill and concealed the nature of his sickness until it was too late. Eventually, after he passed, we discovered he had tuberculosis. Sadly, due to the stigma and discrimination surrounding the disease, he would not speak up or seek for help. His death was a painful reminder that we could have intervened and saved a life if only we had known earlier. Tuberculosis is an airborne disease that primarily affects the lungs, but can also impact other parts of the body. Being airborne means anyone, regardless of their social economic status, can contract it. In Nigeria, one person dies of TB-related illness every 7 minutes, amounting to 206 deaths every day. Globally, one person succumbs to TB every 25 seconds, which is a staggering 3,456 lives lost daily. These deaths are entirely preventable because TB is curable if detected and treated early. If you or someone you know has been coughing for 2 weeks or more, coughing up blood, experiencing night sweats, or losing weight drastically, it might be TB. Please visit the nearest government hospital or primary healthcare center for proper diagnosis and treatment. TB treatment is free in all government and some private health facilities. Let us also remember not to stigmatize or discriminate against TB patients or those who have been treated for TB. Individuals who have been cured of TB cannot infect others. I call on all stakeholders, especially the private sector, to join us in the fight to end TB in Nigeria. Together, we can make a difference. Remember, TB anywhere is TB everywhere. End TB by 2030. Yes, we can.
Welcome back. Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, felicitates with President Bola Tinubu as he turns 73. In a personal message to celebrate his birthday, the First Lady appreciates God's faithfulness in the life of the President over the years. She describes the President as a knight in shining armor, whose strength, courage, and resilience have all contributed to who they both are today. Wishing the President a happy birthday, the First Lady prays for long life, divine health, joy, peace, and prosperity. And former President Muhammadu Buhari highlighted his bond with President Bola Tinubu by calling to celebrate his birthday. During the telephone call, Buhari conveyed his family's prayers for Tinubu's long life, good health, and successful administration. In a statement by his media aide, Garba Shehu, Buhari expressed his gratitude to Tinubu and the All Progressives Congress for their key roles in his presidency and the continued success of the party. Buhari emphasized that the history of Nigeria would be incomplete without recognizing Tinubu's contributions as an entrepreneur and political leader. He expressed pride in their association and the APC mandate for Nigerians in 2015 to create opportunities for a better future. He concluded by wishing the President, his family, and the nation a successful completion of the Ramadan and a happy Salah. Niger State Governor Mohammed Umaru Bago has congratulated his father, the Jagaban Borgu and Nigerian President Bola Tinubu, on his 73rd birthday. In a message by his chief press secretary, Bolaji Ibrahim, Governor Bago praised the president as a selfless and visionary leader who has significantly invested in uplifting many individuals. He acknowledged the president's resilience and determination in implementing social welfare and economic programs that enhance national well-being. Governor Bago expressed confidence in the positive outcomes of the president's renewed hope agenda and thanked him for his unwavering support, assuring that he will not disappoint. He wished the president many more years filled with wisdom, good health, and happiness as he continues to lead the nation towards growth and development. The Nasarawa State Government, in collaboration with Wing Commander Abdullahi Ibrahim Vocational Institutes, organized a seminar for the state civil service on vocational skills acquisition with about 1,500 benefiting. The seminar is on the need for civil servants to have a retirement plan by learning a vocational skill that will be beneficial to them upon retirement. The state government says it wants to make the state an industrial hub where young people and adults would be adequately trained to be self-reliant and employers of labor. The head of the civil service, Abigail Waya, encouraged those in active service to take advantage of this opportunity to learn a skill which would secure their living conditions after retirement.
In today's dynamic world, having a vocational skill is not just an option, it is a necessity. It provides us with the means to create opportunities, safeguard our financial well-being, and even explore new avenues for personal growth.
Look at all the mechanics workshops that we have in Latvia. We take our cars to them. Most of them, trial and error, gets a certification and set up a workshop. You are doing yours right, no guesswork. You can imagine how many people bring in their cars to you every week.
Governor Abdullahi Sule, who was representing represented by his deputy, Dr. Emmanuel Akabbe, buttressed the importance of lifelong learning and continuous skills development in today's challenging and evolving job market. The Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation has flagged off the 3 critical water projects in Benue State. Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Utsev, performed the groundbreaking ceremony in Boko, the administrative headquarters of the Tiv Nation. Charles Abba reports.
3 cardinal water projects approved for execution under the Renewed Hope agenda of Mr. President include flag-off of the rehabilitation and upgrading of the Buruku-Boko water supply project at Melado Headworks, abandoned for decades, rehabilitation and improvement of Wanone water supply project involving construction of 4 solar motorable boreholes and rehabilitation of existing water supply schemes and pipelines, and construction of the Ugbema water supply project, including irrigation schemes. Director, Water Supply and Sanitation, Federal Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation, Babarinde Mukaila, in an overview of the projects, emphasizes their significance.
To provide a reliable and sustainable water supply system to meet the growing demands of the populace, to improve access to clean water, reducing the incidence of waterborne diseases, as well as enhancing overall quality of life for the residents and promote economic growth and development. All we are saying is, give us water.
Thus the tortive reflecting the age-long cry for water by the communities, which he affirms President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has proactively responded to.
We will take ownership of this project. We will protect this project. We will watch over this project. We will ensure that the originators of this project have no regrets.
Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Richard Finlangwa, Chairman, Senate Committee on Water Resources and Sanitation, represented by Senator Emmanuel Udende, and other key personalities in their goodwill messages, all hail Mr. President for the gesture. The Minister of Water Resources and Sanitation, Professor Joseph Telomon Usev, who also stands in for the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, attributes the developmental strides of the ministry to the motivation by the presidency.
In the Renewed Hope agenda of Mr. President, His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, one of his key mandates is to boost food production, create employment, enhance the economy of this nation. And our ministry is very keen. It's in that line that we are establishing this project.
Governor Hyacinth Alia, represented by the Deputy Governor Sam Ode, assures the people of the state government support to the projects.
This project is a monumental project, and for the President to award this contract, which is over 18 billion naira, underscores the importance that he attaches to the welfare and the well-being of the people of Benue State.
The projects are expected to be completed within 18 months. From Wanone, Taka Local Government Area of Benue State, Charles Abba, NTA News.
Let's now get a recap of our top stories. Federal government fumes over murder of traveling hunters and directs manhunt for the killers in Edo State. Federal government sets up committee on national dialogue to address power shortages disrupting optimal delivery of public health facilities. And correspondents told us how governments will leverage drone technology in enhancing aviation safety. A 7.7 magnitude earthquake rattled much of Southeast Asia on Friday, flattening skyscrapers and leaving a death toll of more than 1,000 people from Myanmar to Thailand. Rescuers dug through the rubble of collapsed buildings in a desperate search for survivors. The quake destroyed buildings, downed bridges and buckled roads across swathes of Myanmar, with massive destruction seen in Mandalay, the country's second biggest city and home to more than 1.7 million people. With communications badly disrupted, the true scale of the disaster is only starting to emerge from the isolated military-ruled state, and the toll is expected to rise significantly. This was the biggest quake to hit Myanmar in decades, according to geologists. That concludes the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Thanks for watching. I am Dennis Adigunloye. Thanks for watching. Can I go? Are you recording?